this lesson, I'm going to talk to you guys about multiplying numbers that are in scientific notated form. And the first thing that we got to do is we got to do a little bit of a review to make sure that we understand how to combine our exponents when we have base numbers that are the same. And so I'm going to give you 10 to the second times 10 to the third. And what we've already learned is that when we have a base that is the same, we're allowed to add the exponents together. Let me write this out for you so that you can kind of see it a little bit better. 10 to the second power means 10 times 10. 10 to the third power means 10 times 10 times 10. And what they've asked us to do is they've asked us to multiply these two multiplication problems together. Well, we're multiplying the same number over and over and over, and we're actually multiplying it 5 times, as you can see. And so instead of writing this out as 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, we're able to go ahead and combine the exponents and just say, hey, we're multiplying this 10 5 times, so we write it as 10 to the 5th. Okay, so we're now going to multiply two numbers together in scientific notated form. I'm going to actually switch this one, and let's make it a 4. We're going to multiply two scientific notated numbers together. This is called a coefficient. And what we're going to do is our rules is going to state that we're going to multiply coefficients together. And so I'm going to look at both of my scientific notated numbers. I see that my coefficient in the first scientific notated number is 2, and the first one in the second number is 4. And so I'm going to multiply coefficients. 2 times 4 is going to give us 8. So that's the first piece that we need. Now, we're going to go ahead and put together our exponents. I have 10 to the 5th, and we are multiplying 10 to the 3rd. Now, just like what I did before, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the exponents, because this is just 10 being multiplied by itself 5 times, and we have 3 being multiplied by itself 3 times, so we're able to put those together. How many times are we multiplying 10 by itself? Well, we're going to say 8 times. And now, in order to write our answer, we're going to put these two pieces together to create our scientific notated form. So our answer is going to be, we're going to have 8 times 10 to the 8th power. I'm just going to check real quick, and yep, my 8 is between 1 and 9.99, so this is in scientific notated form. So here's another one. Let's follow our rules once again. We're going to take our coefficients and multiply those together, because that's what this is saying. When parentheses are next to each other, it means to multiply. So 8 times 3, if I multiply 8 and 3, I'm going to get 24. I'm then going to take my exponents, and this time we have a negative exponent given to us. And we're asked to take 10 to the negative 5th and multiply it by 10 to the 7th. Now, I know I told you that 10 to the negative 5th is like multiplying by 1/10 5 times. And if we wrote this out, we'd have 5 1/10ths that we're multiplying, and 10 to the 7th would be 7 10s that we're multiplying. And so basically, they'll cancel each other out, and we'll be left with actually 2 10s that we're multiplying together. Well, the same thing happens here. We're going to add these exponents. I'm going to take my negative 5 and I'm going to add 7 to it, and that's going to give me an exponent of 10 to the 2nd power. So I put these two pieces together, and we're going to get our scientific notated form. 24 times 10 to the 2nd. Problem is that 24 is not a number that falls between 1 and 9.99. That's how we need it in order to be in correct scientific notated form. And so I need to put a decimal between the 2 and the 4. And when I take a number and I'm going to shrink it, I know that I've got to then multiply by another 10, because that's going to create a new place value for me. So how many 10s am I multiplying by now? Well, there's 2 here and 1 here, and so that's going to make 10 to the 3rd power. Now we're in scientific notated form, and we have a correct answer.